I'm Goose.
I am Logan.
And we're at the Walt Disney Family Museum.
Yeah.
All right, so we're at the Presidio here in San Francisco, California, where it is windy and cold.
Yes.
And which I keep forgetting, San Francisco is windy and cold. The Walt Disney Museum is located on 104 Montgomery Street in the Presidio. The Presidio used to be an army base here in San Francisco for many years until they converted it to a national park. So right now we're gonna go inside to the museum, and I think here they got a tour. We're gonna look around. We're gonna have a little fun. By the way, say hi, guys. I brought Tyler and Maddie with us.
Really? You were blocking me. What am I supposed to be like?
I think these are all the awards and trophies he's won. Some of these I don't even know what they are.
Look, you can read here. Presented to Walt Disney for Best Use of Color in a Motion Picture, 1949.
That's a Golden Globe.
Mr. Ichabod and the Toad.
Is that a Grammy up here?
Walt Disney Best.
What's the Grammy for?
So we get to see the life of Walt.
Dedication to superior science has enriched both his movies and our world recordings. You got a couple more Golden Globes here. Disneyland. With the Mickey Mouse Club.
Any of the Oscars?
Oh, check this out.
Statue?
I got a Mickey Mouse statue on the tortoise.
Common Dango Mickey, is that what that is?
What the world is this cup thing right here?
Best in Animation,
This is 25. That is a Soviet Cinema Festival Achievement Award.
The thing that looks like a T thing?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. It's the Soviet Cinema Achievement Award.
That's for the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Best Producer Film Series for Disneyland. So that was the series he did about
Oh, that's right.
creation of Disneyland.
Disneyland, because he had a Golden Globe back there for the same thing. Here's a.
17 Picture of the Month Award to Walt Disney for The Parent Trap.
What's that?
It's right there.
Is this one right here? Oh, nice. I was looking at this one up here with the Southern California Motion Picture Council.
What about this one that's in French?
Film Day.
Festival du Film. Oh, that's from the Cannes Film Festival.
For Dumbo.
Really?
That's for Dumbo.
Full length.
Trofeo d'Art della.
Look at this statue. What was this for?
Snow White.
Well, obviously it's for Snow White. What was the award from?
I'm trying to see the numbers so I can.
It's over at 75.
75.
So it's the Venice International Film Festival. Damn. That is amazing.
There's so many awards here.
Yeah, I mean,
Come here.
oh
Go back
wow.
to that, but I think it was
Oh, it was Oscars.
all the Oscars he won.
Including the one your sister was talking about. This is the one for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
You know he holds the record for most Oscars won by a single person?
Oh yeah.
Most of them as a producer, I think.
As a producer, most
Oh,
of
there,
them
now
for,
I see the numbers.
I think they were for like most like short films. Most of them were for short
It's
films.
so funny how it's one and
It's, yeah, it
tiny
is
ones
crazy.
for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
And then look at these.
That's kind
Yeah,
of.
these other ones over here. The old mill. That was this one right here. What's that one over there?
That one for The Ugly Duckling,
Oh wow.
Ferdinand the Bull, and Lenda Paul.
Now what? Now let me get. Here's the trick. What movie, full-length movie, was The Ugly Duckling featured in?
What?
Lilo and Stitch.
That's right.
I think even showed some of the not footage, but some of the artwork for that. That's amazing. Oh, here's his third. This is what do you call that? Thalberg. That's a Thalberg
Irvin
Award.
G. Thalberg Award.
That's given to like premier filmmakers.
For the most consistent high quality of
Yeah.
production achievement during 1942.
Yeah. Some more awards over here. Here's some of his medals.
It's fair. Oh.
What?
This little record thingy, the record player looking thing right here.
Yeah.
Is it's 176. It's a General Electric. Hold on. General Electric Construction Market Development Commemorative Award for the Progress Land Pavilion at the New York World Fair. What is that?
Is it a bug holding a machine gun?
Yeah, I think that is.
169.
And a wrench and a hammer?
It is a United States Naval Construction Battalion 10 CB's award for generosity and patriotism.
Oh, okay, yeah, because he did a lot for the war.
612? Almost 612.
Pictures of somebody receiving certain
Distinguished Service Award.
Distinguished Service Award. What is the magazine award here? What's this one here with the
Gorilla?
Yeah. Contributions to worldwide support and conservation.
San Diego Zoological Society for contributions to worldwide support of conservation.
Oh, nice. Kids were pointing out to me their portraits of his daughters here. What is Diane Disney? I think that's for the Sharon Disney. What's really cool is as we're walking around looking at all his awards, he didn't just get all these awards for just his filmmaking. He got awards for his humanitarianism, his patriotism, his conservationism. I mean, he's just... Yeah, we were just looking at that. We were just looking at that. And, I mean, he was... A lot of people think of it as just you know...
Filmmaker.
Just filmmakers, you know, as cartoonists, yeah. No, he did a lot for other things. What's this, Logan?
I think this is a replica.
Oh, yeah!
Of the original furnishings from the Disneyland
Of his apartment.
of the fire station.
Yeah!
It says it's original
Shot
furnishings
from the
from this
inside.
Look at that. There's a picture of it right there.
This would have been right in
And
there.
that's where, yeah, that's it. That's a lamp, that's chairs. I think those are portraits of his parents. That's amazing.
Elias and Flora Disney.
Did you get that over there?
Yeah, what's this over here, babe?
The shoe?
Oh!
It's the Cinderella contest from Japan, 1953. I think Logan brought it. It might be that they made that shoe and then put it on a bunch of women and see who's
Oh, that's not a bad idea. I can see that.
Cinderella contest.
Hold on, it's something charming written on it.
You can actually see your face in it.
In commemoration of Cinderella contest. Yeah.
Here's the key to the city he got from the city of San Francisco.
What's that?
Which one?
Oh, the little goblin man.
This one right here? In the middle?
No,
that's
but
Oh, this one. I don't know. It's 246. The Banshees Award for creation of Mickey Mouse.
Oh.
Wow, that was from 1947.
Man may acquire the wisdom that he gains from living. Sometimes out of small beginnings comes the forces that shape a whole life.
Wow, look at that.
Walt at 9 months old.
9 months old.
That would have been in what, 1902?
Yeah.
that's his film.
Maddie was telling me that this is Elias Disney's fiddle he used to play.
What's the difference between a fiddle and a violin?
I have no idea.
I think a violin has more strings.
No, I think a violin has the same amount of strings. What's the difference between a fiddle and a violin, Tyler?
I don't know either.
Hold on, we got Google.
They look the same.
Here's some more pictures. Again, here's that picture of Walt when he was 9 months old. Certificate of baptism. The house he grew up. Right here's the farm over here. I'm moving too fast here. Here's a picture of the farm he grew up on. So here's a picture of Walt's parents, Flora and Elias Disney, 1910.
It's a train.
Walt and Ruth and Marceline. Some more family photos. There's one of Walt and Ruth in 1907. There's Flora up here. There's Flora in the kitchen. There's two portraits of Walt here in 1914. Here's Walt and Roy. Roy is the one in the sailor suit.
Walt and Roy's Navy uniform.
Yeah, right up there. Here's some of the early drawings of Walt Disney. So this one up here looks pretty good. This one looks a lot like something you see in like one of those old time ads, advertisements.
Old time ads for us.
Yeah, this for the military. This is nice. Here's where it looks like he did more topical cartoons.
He drove to the war.
Oh, okay. So this
Walt
is
with the ambulance he drove in France.
wow. So this is got to be a replica of the ambulance. I don't think it's the exact ambulance. He drove this in the war. Which war, by the way? World War One. That makes more sense.
It's 1918.
Well, look at the big flag behind this. That thing's humongous.
Reminds me of the flag that was a cock gun.
Yeah. It's like some of Walt's treasures, some stuff he had from the war. Company A. Automotive Mechanics, Red Cross Volunteers, South Beach, Connecticut. There's American Red Cross. Let's see. You are hereby directed to report to Captain A.M. Taylor at, I can't even pronounce that, for duty as directed. Some of the more drawings he did.
You see that little clock right there?
Oh, yeah.
Walt discovered the Strasbourg clock during his duty as a driver, seeking out points of interest for visiting dignitaries. He never forgot it, and the results can be seen in the facade of its Small World at Disneyland.
Oh, that's right. That is.
I'm wondering if
That's the inspiration for the clock.
the clock that smiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the dawn of a career. This one, after you came back from France, you started Laugh-O-Gram. There was some early film footage of his parents, his family. I love this. Look at this quote up here. Somebody was paying me $50 a month to draw pictures. Back then, I think that was a lot of money. Now, so say that again?
Oh. Come on. In 1920, $50. Nowadays, today, it would be $718.76.
Wow. That's not too bad.
For drawing pictures.
Yeah.
Dude, if I could get that kind of job,
Should we read that over there?
What's your winner's goal?
Walt and Fred Harmon on location in Kansas City with the Universal camera, 1922. It's $300. This camera, right here. Little things I did on the side to pick up a little money here and there, but Roy would help me. So that was an actual camera he owned. Wow.
Say that again.
Oh, if you look at there's this camera right here. Like, see, Universal camera. The Universal camera was widely used in the film industry circa 1920. The Laugh-O-Grams artist acquired one in 1922. If you look right here, it's got a little quote that says he bought himself a camera. It cost him $300.
Wow.
Yeah. And $300 in 1923 nowadays would be $5,043.93.
$5,000 camera.
Yeah.
I started actually in the to make my first animated cartoons, 1920. This started back in Kansas City, Missouri, where I was working in made the little advertisements for theater. It's equivalent to what you see in TV commercials today, you know. Put your winter coat in early, you know. Get your fedora block for the winter and all those kinds of things. I used sort of little puppet things. We didn't draw them like we do today. I used to make little cutout things, and joints were pinned, and we'd put them under the camera, and we'd maneuver them and make them do things.
But I had some ideas. Now, one was to do a sort of animated cartoon commentary on local topics for the Kansas City screen. Frank Newman, who owned 3 theaters in Kansas City, bought those early efforts of mine for 30 cents a foot. During the next few years, I expended several of my ideas trying to crack the animated cartoon field.
Hollywoodland.
Whoa.
Love they have footage playing behind the letters.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, the Alice comedies.
Yeah. The Alice comedies. So the Alice Comedies, Walt's first successful film series, continued for 3.5 years, with the role of Alice played in turn by 4 different girls. But as Walt became less interested in live action and more committed to animation, Alice's screen time gradually dwindled and the cartoon characters took over. So there were 4 different girls that played Alice. So I always wondered what, you know, if that one little girl would be like coming back like, yeah, that was me.
This little girl starring in the cartoon.
You know the Alice comedies were Oswald the Lucky Rabbit?
Really?
Originated, yeah, you read it on the little thing over there.
Yeah. Look at these cameras.
It just, that's why I was just looking at here.
The Path camera. The Path was a workhorse camera of the film industry. Walt bought a used model on his arrival in Hollywood and adapted it for stop motion filmmaking.
Wow.
Filming. The Bell and Howell camera.
Oh yeah.
Live action. Was filmed with the live action portions of the Alice comedies were filmed with a camera similar to this one. So those different lenses that they could just like
Yeah.
rotate.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. You see the lenses right here, and they would just turn whichever one they wanted to use. And I'm sure they used like primary type of lenses like 18, 25, 50, and whatever it is they wanted, like, and they just adjust the zoom or the focus. So how did you do the Alice comedies, as he was saying?
I think he shot the live action part and then drew the animated parts, then just like layered them.
Oh wow.
So that's how you get her like riding horses, like you can see in the things over there when they were showing brief clips of it. Like that, you see? He'd shoot the live action and then he'd draw the animated parts.
Huh.
Like that.
Nice. We go this way?
Yeah.
I think this is what they coming into synchronized sound. Oh, good grief.
We need 3 people.
You need 3 people?
We gotta match it to the thing.
Okay, match it to the thing.
You do cheers. It's going so fast. So hard.
And over
So
here,
Tyler was showing me this over here. This is, I guess, some of the animation for Steamboat Willie.
Yes,
the
some.
animation frames.
Animation for. Did you know? Everybody knows that Mickey Mouse debuted in Steamboat Willie. Did you also know that Minnie Mouse debuted in Steamboat Willie? Not a lot of people know that.
See all these pictures.
Look at this. So this was the birth of synchronized sound in animated films.
There's something funny or interesting. If you read on it, it says like
Yep.
348 frames make up less than 15 seconds.
Really?
It says these 348 frame enlargements from Steamboat Willie, comprising less than 15 seconds of motion picture, demonstrate just how labor intensive the craft of animation
Oh yeah. Here's a photo of Lillian before she was married.
Huh. Well, that's his wife, right?
Yeah. Lily is far left with her basketball team.
In 19,
So she played.
1916.
So she played basketball, women's basketball.
With
Lillian,
white people.
yeah, Lillian Disney played it with Lorena Lane, who ended up marrying her brother Lloyd. Here's their marriage certificate.
Really?
Yeah,
Here.
Walter Disney.
On this day, 13th,
Lillian Mouse.
say July 13th, 1925. Wow.
Look up, Logan. Look up.
Oh, Oswald the Lucky
Oswald
Rabbit.
Lucky Rabbit.
Rival Romeos.
Here's an Oswald cartoon. Oswald the over here. A few Oswald Lucky Rabbit cartoons. Some more posters for Oswald. Oh, here's even it's a rough animation sketch of Oswald.
1927. From Rival Romeos.
Wow. So apparently, I guess what happened was is that Walt was working with Universal Studios, and Universal owned Oswald the Lucky Rabbit rather than Walt. And so when Walt wanted to strike out on his own, he couldn't take Oswald with him. Hence the creation, and as it says here, the birth of Mickey Mouse. As it says up here, I'm not going to even think about Oswald. The hell with him. If you put Mickey over, Oswald will be a has-been. Let Charlie hang himself. We can lick them all with quality. This is pretty cool. There's some early drawings of Mickey Mouse. This is from Plane Crazy.
It is?
Yeah, look, you see, look, he drew the plane.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at all this.
Whoa, this is so
Look at all this Mickey Mouse stuff over here.
I bet you by this point,
Dolls.
that dude was
I mean,
regretting stealing Oswald.
you know.
Right?
Oh yeah. Look at a Mickey Mouse record player. A Mickey Mouse tricycle.
Imagine having that nowadays.
Look at all this Mickey Mouse memorabilia.
I thought it was
Oh
like
my gosh.
a tricycle made for a 10-year-old.
It probably was.
You look at
Mickey Mouse books up here. Mickey Mouse clocks. Yeah.
Aw, look at it's Minnie and Mickey on a swing.
Oh, that is cool.
And then there's them out to dinner.
That's nice.
I remember the reaction very well. Was as Walt fooled around with skeletons, he was more mice. So for a while, it looked like the first silly symphony wouldn't get out of the graveyard. Well, the skeleton dance got wonderful reception in the theaters and got wonderful reviews. But this success of Mickey, I was determined to diversify. I've been trying to diversify from then on.
View of Donald Duck, the wise little hen.
See, look, there he is. Small
Beak is
glory.
so long. Or his bill.
Yeah. Flowers and trees. I think he won an Academy Award for
Ooh, a
this one.
sexy tree.
And this was his first Technicolor cartoon.
Yeah. Babes in the Woods.
That's a classic.
Oh, poor witch.
Music Land.
That is really surrealist.
Who killed Cock Robin? Pull the backpack! Oh, there he goes!
Before going into the production of our first feature-length cartoon, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, we produced an experimental short subject, incorporating many of the problems that we expected to encounter in the making of Snow White. This silly symphony was called The Old Mill. It was just a poetic thing, nothing but music, no dialogue, and everything. It was setting an old mill at sunset, spider coming out and weaving his web, the cows going home and things. And then what happens at old mill in the night? The birds nesting in the old mill. And then the storm come up, and the old mill was going on a rampage. Many pencil drawings were made in order to obtain realistic and lifelike animation of the effects we needed. When the morning came, the cows come back. The spider's web was all shattered, and all of that. It was just a poetic thing. And I had this dimensional movement from the camera. And that's what we now call the multiplane camera.
Some more drawings. Oh, Disney, Goofy's how to swim. There's a little figurine of Goofy over here. Some more drawings. Brave little Taylor. It's more cool. Some drawings from Ferdinand the Bull.
Well, as one film led to another, we eventually came to the biggest store yet. We decided to make a feature-length cartoon. Our story was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I had a sympathetic dwarf.
That's footage from the original movie?
Mm-hmm.
1916?
Had the prince and the girl romance.
Yeah.
You should have heard the howl warning. It was prophesied that nobody would sit through a cartoon an hour and a half long. But we decided there was only one way we could successfully do Snow White. And that was to go for broke to shoot the works. There could be no compromise on money, talent, or time.
Mr. Snowball, it's a magic worship. Now, make a wish. And take a bite.
Over at our place, we're sure of just one thing. Everybody in the world was once a child. So when planning a new picture, we don't think of grown-ups, we don't think of children, but just of that fine, clean, unspoiled spot down deep in every one of us. That maybe the world has made us forget, and that maybe our pictures can help recall.
Here's some of the drawings for Snow White. Some of the statuettes, the maquettes. And here's some of the cells that they come up with for Snow White. This is a really important film in history. If we didn't have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, we wouldn't have animated feature films today. Here's some of the drawings of some of the. They said trying to draw a human character was a real challenge, especially making it look like 3D in animation. Here's something of the witch over here. More cells. So you go through it and he shows the animation, the drawings for the animals for Snow White. That is so cool.
Here it comes.
Discard.
You see that? You see the face?
Oh yeah. Some more animation from Bambi. Over here is stuff from Pinocchio. Some nice maquettes here from Jimmy Cricket. Whole thing about Pinocchio.
What are we going to do for an encore? And that's where he more or less said, let's do some experimenting and see what we come up with.
It's a nice little drawing at our animator's desk here.
That was
For Pinocchio.
I mean, there
Some
was
drawings
never
in here?
anything ceremoniously about what he did. It was always spontaneous. That was the magician in it.
Pinocchio. That thing cost $2,600,000 before I got through with it.
Wow. You hear that? Pinocchio cost him $2.6 million to make.
Things were very costly.
But he was experimenting. There's some stuff from Fantasia. Cats, more cells, more drawings. Here's a little thing here about the strike. Some of the stuff here it talks about the strike.
Make a dust bowl out of your place if you don't know what you're doing. The strike will hurt you.
So here's the time when he was like doing stuff from Latin America. It's like Saludos Amigos. Yeah, Three Caballeros.
So I picked up the 18 representative storyman, musician, things. We walked down. We brought back the Tico Tico tune was being played, and I brought that back and put it in. Brought back Brazil. And all of them became standard tunes. And out of it, we brought this little
Carico. Was it karaoke?
Well, we try to release the Brazilian and the Argentine. They won't want it. You can't sell the Argentine in Brazil. The Peruvian, won't go in Chile. And the Chilean won't go for Logan. They said, you better put these together. Well, I didn't know how to put them together. But I had taken 16mm film of our trip, artists working and different things like that, using the connection between the four subjects, but presented it as a sort of my harvest around, and we called it Columbus Amigos.
There's some pictures of his trip to South America. He called it a good. Did he say he called it a goodwill tour?
What?
He said it was like a goodwill tour.
Yeah.
And it ended up becoming a movie. Oh yeah. Dumbo. Some artwork. Dumbo, another maquette. It's really cool. Timothy J. Mouse. This is when he did a lot of stuff for the Warriors.
Your whole country is mobilizing for total war. Your country needs you.
A picture I consider as important as any we have made directly for the war effort is Victory Through Air Power. It is our rendition of the book by Major Alexander P.D. Seversky. It was our feeling that if the air power theories of such intelligent advocates as General Mitchell and Seversky were fully understood and properly used, they would result in the savings of hundreds of thousands of our boys' lives. I believe, as Winston Churchill recently said, that air power should be given a chance to prove itself.
53. Some more stuff from the war effort. Walt Disney did a lot of war films. So we're coming in. Oh, this is really cool. Coming into the post-war years. Some of the films: Fun and Fancy Free, Make Mine Music. Robin Hood. Some live action stuff. Lady and the Tramp. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Oh, this is nice. Maddie, you were just showing me this. This model. And the camera they use for this? For the Nautilus, yeah. Stuff from Peter Pan. At the live model. Alice in Wonderland. Ichabod, Mr. Crane.
Song of the South of all films.
I know. You see this poster over here for Song of the South?
Yeah. That Spanish?
Yeah.
Canción del Sur.
In fact, it was one of two films. It was one of two feature films that he did where he also, like I said, live action and animation, like we've talked about. This one was Song of the South. The other one was so dear to my heart.
Really? Didn't they also do it in the Three Caballeros?
Three Caballeros. Yeah, they did the Three Caballeros. So, Logan, let me ask you this very quickly. What do Song of the South and Peter Pan have in common?
Wow.
Bobby Driscoll.
That's right, yeah. Bobby Driscoll, he voiced Peter Pan, and he was the little kid in Song of the South.
So it says we're in here. So, what does Alice in Wonderland and Peter Pan have in common?
What's her name? Catherine something.
Catherine Beaumont.
Beaumont. That's right, yeah. She played Alice in Wonderland. Speaking of Bobby Driscoll, did they know where he's buried?
No.
Damn, that's...
They have a marker for him, but they don't know where his body is. They only know that it's in a pauper's field in New York. Because they didn't know who he was when he was found dead.
That's sad.
It is very sad.
Such a great star, only died. Nobody knows.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Mr. Toad. There's a shot of that Bobby Driscoll right here, but in Treasure Island, playing Jim Hawkins. That's great. Look at these cameras. These are some different kind of cameras. You know how this is how the technology developed throughout the years. Kids are yelling at me saying, "Hey, get a shot of this. It's the Golden Gate Bridge. This is a great view." And I'm like, yeah, I grew up looking at this.
But look at it now.
Oh, I know. It is beautiful.
dead.
The Golden Gate Bridge is always beautiful.
Okay, so Madison and Goose have decided to take a little seat, and we were wondering if this was like okay to sit on. And then I realized, have a seat. But it also goes into say what it is. So the bench is one of several from the Griffith Park Carousel, where Walt spent many weekend hours while his daughters enjoyed it. So this was like from the park where, you know, the legend has it he created Disneyland, you know.
Well, what's interesting is remember we were at that carousel. Like,
yeah, one of
over a
our
year ago.
very early videos.
Early, you were in one of our first videos. We were there, and we actually sat. Well, we didn't sit in one of the carousels because it was closed at the time. But we kind of sat there and imagined, you know, what was it like for Walt Disney to sit at one of those benches and watch his daughters drive that carousel, and just imagine. And yeah, and then coming up with the idea for Disneyland. I mean, who knows? This might be one of the exact bench that he was sitting on.
You know, don't they still have that bench there with a little marker on it?
I think didn't you say that they did? I think we read something on one of the
yeah, one of the benches, and then I think also at Disneyland they have in one of the
places.
Yeah, one of like the fire, like in the firehouse or
Okay.
something, or somewhere like that. They have the bench that like you actually can see if they actually.
Okay. So we're going into the 50s and 60s. Oh, good grief. Look at that. First thing you see is a big old globe. And then you turn, oh, this must be the train. This is Walt's train that he rode around on. Oh my gosh. You know how many...
Train, the Carrollwood Pacific, headed by the locomotive, the Lily Bell. This was the train that ran around Walt's miniature railroad.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a little footage of him. Look at that. This is the train.
And then look at the house.
I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit in awe right now.
No, I was saying that's.
Oh yeah, you gotta like. Oh yeah, here's the track for around the park, around the house, the park. I don't know, his property.
Yeah.
It's still pretty cool.
And look, you can see them already.
What is this? Oh my gosh, what is this?
Original model for Fantasyland Castle, designed for Walt Disney by Marvin Davis, built by Fred. I don't know how to say his last name. 1953.
Yogurt?
Yogurt.
Joker, which is yeah,
My bad. I didn't mean to mispronounce your name, Joe. I mean,
Fred.
Yeah, Fred. Oh, this must be the 360 camera they used for. Remember when we did Visions of China?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, this is the 360 camera they did for that.
It was also the one for Canada too.
Yeah, the one for Canada. Oh!
And look, even the live room.
Look at this. I'm sorry.
Feel free to take as many photos and videos as you like.
Oh my gosh, this. Are we just gonna keep moving?
Oh no, continue. Just make sure your device is behind the glass.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
Hey, you don't want me leaning over and falling in. So this looks like. Is this the original?
So this was created for the museum specifically.
Okay.
So it's basically Walt's imagination of Disneyland. So,
Okay.
It represents the years 1955 to 1966 since he was around during those years.
All right.
Yeah.
So 55 to 66. So as I see the people mover over here, and I was looking. I saw the ship. So there's the ship over there, right near the teacups. So that was the original Fantasyland where they had the pirate ship, and then
And then you might see like Space Mountain.
Space Mountain is over there. Mission Space is over here. I remember that. This is really cool. And then over here is what looks like Adventureland. Hey, look at Madison. Look at the little ghosts over here for Haunted Mansion. I'm gonna come at it from over here. I'm gonna keep going down, looking at it.
I think it's at the flying saucers all the way near Space Mountain.
The what?
The saucers.
Oh yeah. The flying saucers. Yeah, I remember those. Well, I didn't remember ride those, but I do remember reading about them. There's the mine train right there. They used to have that. That was there before Big Thunder Mountain. Yeah.
They have the little sky.
Little Skyliner? Oh, they do. I see it now. Yeah. Between, see, it would go from Fantasyland through. It would go from Fantasyland through the Matterhorn and then over to Tomorrowland. There's Main Street USA right there. Look at the Jungle Cruise over here. Look how big the Jungle Cruise is.
Is this the original Haunted Mansion down here?
Yeah. Well, the original Haunted Mansion was going to be a walkthrough.
Oh yeah.
Until they made it a omni-mover.
Yeah, this is like his visions of the
This is amazing. To come down here.
I was trying to figure out if this is one from Florida because.
No, this was.
You know what I mean? It's like different.
And you see the castle over here? You see the castle? Where,
in the middle, right?
Yeah, in the middle there where it's lit up and it has Tinkerbell on top of it. They used to have Tinkerbell fly from the Matterhorn to the castle.
Nice.
Some of them. This is really, I mean, this is just amazing to see.
Isn't this that ride you were talking about? The one where it shrink you down?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, that's a little ride right there. This brings back a lot of memories.
That 360 thing right in the middle.
Yeah, that's where that camera there, that's where that went.
Is that there?
That's not there anymore.
What?
What is that, Tyler?
It's an original Autopia car.
Really?
Yeah. In early 1955, the original plan was to build 40 Autopia cars for use on the new Autopia ride in Disneyland Tomorrowland. As the project developed, Walt thought we should have a couple of special cars rigged up as police cars so ride operators could give rides to children too small to drive the actual Autopia cars. He figured this would provide a special thrill for these youngsters. Bob Gurritt. The Autopia car was a gift from Walt to his firstborn grandson Chris. We kept it at the studio, and on the weekends, Chris and his sister Joanna would drive it all over the back lot.
Some more concept drawings for Disneyland. Here's this is for Main Street USA, the Penny Arcade. Some of the stuff up here. What do you got over here, Logan?
I think it's just another collection of merchandise.
Oh, from Musketeers? Mickey Mouse Club?
Not just I think it's just the sort of stuff. But of course, you got Mouseketeer stuff. Like there's like a drawing set. You got a replica of Mouseketeers. You've got a Mouska Viking.
A Mouska Viking helmet?
Yeah, if you look at the number 14,
Is it a
unknown manufacturer.
Is it Musketeer Donald Duck hat? That's pretty cool.
And here you got the ticket books.
Oh yeah, the ticket books. I remember those.
E-ticket attractions back then. The submarine voyage, the monorail, Small World, Matterhorn, Pack Mule through Nature's Wonderland, Columbia, Mark Twain, Parts of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, Jungle Cruise, and Enchanted Tiki Room.
It's from some of the live action films that they did. Shaggy Dog. Oh, the Absent-Minded Professor. That darn cat. Some more stills of Sleeping Beauty. Of who?
Jerry Lewis.
Uh,
He was in a Disney movie. Nutty Professor?
Nutty Professor. Oh! Mary Poppins. Did you find yourself a new friend?
Bears. Residents.
What is this?
Robots.
Animatronic.
He's talking not to mention Mickey Birds.
So Madison's over here actually working the animatronic and following the directions and how to do it. It looks really good. Madison's been hoping one day to work for Disney as an Imagineer. However, she can't figure out who to call or talk to, so we will find that out for her. But Joker's doing pretty good. Hey! We're over here now with the Carousel Progress. This is like stuff from the Florida. Oh, they had drawings for the Small World.
I almost said Star World first.
I almost said the same thing. Small World. There's some pictures here. What'd you find, Tyler?
This is a Technicolor camera.
A Technicolor camera. This thing's massive.
That thing is ginormous.
Yeah.
Can't even begin to imagine how much that was. Remember seeing that other Technicolor camera they had at the Academy Museum?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It was a Oz exhibit, had it on a little cart or whatever.
Some more personal stuff. We're going to, I think we're now going into some of Walt's final projects. Some more.
Disney Street in Logan, 1965.
More personal photos. Showman of the World.
Walt and Sophia Loren. Final projects.
That's right. No, this is a part of the gallery. It talks about the epilogue and more or less the passing of Walt Disney, 1901, 1966. You got something right here.
At 9:35 a.m. today at St. Joseph Hospital in Burbank, California, Walt Disney, the master of an entertainment empire, the most complete and influential showman of this generation, died. He was just 10 days past his 65th birthday.
65 years. Yeah. And some of the tributes done to him. You know, it's just it's just an amazing amount of outpouring for him in this part of the gallery here. All the different things. Yeah. He was the master of magic. Catherine Beaumont. He was always out there and we were trying to catch up. Wilford Jackson. I mean, just... greatest wealth a man may acquire is the wisdom he gains from living, and sometimes out of the small beginnings come the forces that shape a whole life. So we decided to shoot the multi-plane camera from here, from below. There's a spot you can see it from up top, but it's a better angle to shoot it from here. You can see how big it is from here, and you can see the planes because they put the one right here, then they put the next spot up here, and then on down the line, and we give this nice, great animated 3D effect that cartoons and animated films were sorely lacking at the time. And it's something like this. And interestingly enough, this is something that Walt Disney put together himself. So, all hail the king. Oh my God, there's so much stuff in there.
That museum is incredible.
It is, I mean,
it's just so full of stuff. Even before you start going into the exhibits, they got all the awards he won to film festivals, and the Academy Awards.
His Golden Globes, his Emmy, his Oscars, even the Oscar with the seven little dwarves, Oscars on them. I mean, that made famous for the Shirley Temple and him. All the different stuff that he won awards for, and his humanitarian efforts, I mean, are all there, and it's like you get an idea of what kind of man he was when he was alive. I mean, if you're a Disney fanatic, this is a place to go. It's so much memorabilia here. It is unreal.
This is a definite must-do if you are a Disney fan.
Yeah, he was a man. He was just a genius. And I got all I can say. He was a genius. Way ahead of his time with so much stuff, and it was so great to come here and learn about him and all the stuff that he was able to accomplish, all the stuff he was able to do. And, I mean, like I said, if you're a Disney fanatic, you've got to come here. Come to the Presidio in San Francisco, 104 Montgomery Street, and just check it out. What did it cost us?
$25 for regular adult tickets, 20 for students, and it was $15 for 17 and under.
For 1700, it was just fascinating. It's just, I mean, we didn't realize how big it was.
No.
Looking
from the outside, it doesn't look as big as
we were in there for 4 hours. 4 hours, just looking around, looking at all the different stuff, trying the different stuff, listening to. They actually have things in there you can listen to his own voice. And so, like we said, if you're a big Disney fan, makes this has got to be on your list to do. That being said, if they want to check us out anywhere else, where do they go?
You can find us over on Spotify, SoundCloud, and iHeartRadio at Robert Goose. You can find our two podcasts, Show and Wrestling Boys, about entertainment and pro wrestling, respectively. And if you want to contact us for those, you can find us on Twitter at Show3 and Wrestling Boys 2. As well, we're also over on Twitter for Travel by Nature at Travel by Nature, spelled the exact same way as it is here on YouTube. And you can catch us on Instagram for Travel by Nature at travelbynature_IG.
Yeah.
And we will definitely be posting some of the pictures we took here.
A lot of different stuff. Oh my gosh, we're going to be putting some stuff out this week. If they want to help us out with the channel, what would they do?
Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, subscribe, and share.
Like the video, makes a smile. That being said, from here at the Presidio in San Francisco at the Walt Disney Family Museum, I'm Goose.
I am Logan.
This is Travel by Nature. Thank you for watching.